Hey guys, Brantley once again with 30 Minute Fisherman. Sorry, I've been meaning to make some more videos, trying to get out on the water, but again, just crazy. Started a project here in my garage, trying to do some things, this, that, and the other, and it's been just crazy, just haven't finished it yet. But anyway, had a little bit of time here to make a quick video, and want to say happy 4th of July weekend to all you guys out there. Hopefully y'all got up this morning and went to church, or possibly some of y'all in church service now. But hopefully you went. That's definitely important. Now, that being said, I wanted to show y'all some things with it being the holiday weekend like we're talking about. I know a lot of you guys are going to be out on the water trying to catch some fish, and I know this is going to be boats everywhere, jet skis, you name it. We all know how it is. I mean, I've been dealing with the traffic since Friday, where I live here. People going to the lake, going to the mountains, so on and so forth. So I get it, guys. I understand it. It's a trying time right now to do a lot of things. But again, just wanted to give you guys some quick tips on a couple things that I do. And again, hopefully save you some money, save you some time, all that good stuff. And again, also a couple quick pointers on things you can do this weekend, because like I said, I know the fishing pressure is going to be tremendous. There's, thousands or hundreds of thousands of people probably fishing this weekend. Who knows? But just thought of a couple baits that I use and things that I do that sometimes a lot of people maybe have forgotten about them, just don't talk about it. I don't know, but I know they catch fish. One bait real quickly here. This is a old school bait. This is just an old Rebel Brokeback Minnow, and this is the J20 size, about 6 inches long. This is the blue and silver, and that's the black and silver. Again, guys, throw these baits out, let them hit the water, just start jerking them, just like you would a regular jerk bait, except they got a little different action with that broke back. Throw some pauses into it, and some quick jerks. One old school trick too is to let that bait float up till it's just about to the top of the water and jerk it under again. And it'll almost leave like a little ripple on the water. But a lot of these minnow baits, jerk baits, when I was taught to fish them, that's how I was taught to fish them, and believe me, it works. But again, with this bait, for whatever reason, seems to work really good when there's moving water. It's been my experience. Creeks, rivers, but the more current there is, the more fish I seem to catch on this. But by and large, they also make this lure in a J10 size, which is about 4 inches long. It'll be about that size, with the same broke back in it. But the J20 by far is the size that I've had the best luck with. So I would say just get you some of these. You can usually find them at just about anywhere. And again, these are just classic colors. You got the blue and silver, and the black and silver. That's about all you need, man. It's about all you need. Now, another thing, if you're out fishing this weekend, again, pressure, there's going to be a lot of pressure, a lot of people fishing, a lot of boat traffic, this, that, and the other. So if you are going to fish, unfortunately, in a lot of cases, some of the typical things we do this time of year is that, great summertime fishing, we all want to go out there and catch them on a frog and catch them on top waters and all that good stuff. And you might be able to, but with all these people on the water, with everything going on, you might have to finesse these fish a little bit. You might have to just back away from that and throw something at them a little bit different. Well, one of the best things that you can do, it's one of my personal favorites, is the good old wacky rig. Now normally, yes, a lot of people would throw a Senko, okay? Now just for this video purposes, I've just got an old school, it's just an old cream worm. This is actually a red color. I mean, Doesn't get any simpler than that. And, you know, again, where I'm at here in South Carolina, this works. Now, you know, other parts of the country, you may want to go with a different color. Again, I'm using this bright color one for this video. I mean, again, probably want to stick with more natural colors. Green pumpkin, watermelon, maybe a little watermelon red, depending on what part of the country you're in. You know, even black and blue, something along those lines, you know. But again, sometimes even still, depending on the water clarity too, you know, a brighter color like this will work. You know, and again, throw this guy up around docks, throw it around stick-ups, throw it in a treetop. But one problem I know a lot of people have with wacky rigs is, you know, how long the bait lasts and, you know, keeping it on the hook. So, got a little trick for you. Here's a little heat shrink tubing, okay? Let's take this heat shrink tubing. Let's just cut us off a little piece right there, just like that. And let's just slide it up on here. And let's get it about, you know, middle ways of that worm where you get that nice little wacky rig action here. And you just take your lighter and we heat this guy up so it'll do just what I said, shrink. And you just want to, doesn't take much, because obviously you don't want to, sorry, I got a little breeze blowing there. You just want it to shrink just enough. So I'll turn it around here on the other side. Or let's see. Actually, I think that got it. And see, I don't know if you can tell, but that guy shrunk up, and I'm just gonna hit it one more time, kind of on the other side here. And there we go. And now what you got, you know, that dude's not hardly coming off. That heat shrink tube. I mean, it's shrunk down on that worm. It's not going nowhere. And so now, and again, you know, there's all kind of different hooks for wacky rigging. Okay, you can get the little. For right now, I'm just using a straight shank Gamakatsu hook. This is a 4/0. Okay, and see that? It's just a regular old straight shank Gamakatsu hook. Okay. Now, you know, Gamakatsu and a lot of companies, they also make like the little, somewhat shaped like a circle hook. The little small, you know, wacky rigging hooks with a little weed guard on them. Those work great too. But the thing is, when you take this hook, and be careful doing this because it's going to be kind of hard, but you know, you stick it through that heat shrink right there, and guys, I'm telling you, that will stay on there. Now, of course, your worm could still get ripped apart, so on and so forth, but this guy just does not. I hope y'all can see that. It's just not gonna, you're not gonna throw this lure out and it's gonna come flying off. Okay, it's just not gonna happen. And that'll stay on there for a lot of fish catches, guys. You know, that's gonna be on there for a while. And again, some of you guys too may be familiar with hot trend right now is the Nico rig, and that works also. And one little thing you could do is just rig this bait up just like this. Get you some of the little tungsten nail weights they sell. Possibly even laying around your house, you might have some old finish nails, okay? Cut the head of them off. Possibly even leave the head of them on there. Stick them up in here, dab a little super glue on there. You know, a lot of times those fish aren't going to know whether you got tungsten weight stuck in there or a finish nail or whatever. And that's also a good bait, a good rig. Because then that's going to get that, you know, you stick it in the head, that weight in the head, and it's going to hold it down on the bottom, and you can sit there and just shake this guy, and you can just kind of see what's going to happen. But again, guys, use this heat shrink tip on your wacky rigs this weekend. Again, there is a even larger size of this heat shrink tube, and unfortunately I couldn't find any. I know I have some, but you know how it is when you try to find something, you can't. Probably as soon as I finish this video I'll find it, but there is a bigger size that will work on, you know, Senkos or Yumdingers or whatever you like to use. You know, and same thing, you know, just cut your little piece. And I mean, I could have possibly cut this a little bit smaller. That's about the size you want to cut right there. But you know, just cut your little piece of that heat shrink tubing, slide it up on there, and you're done. Now, just another little quick tip that I want to show you guys. Something else you can do with this heat shrink tubing is, again, for some of you guys that's been fishing a long time, you might know that a lot of times when you're just straight up Texas rigging, this straight shank worm hook is about the best kind you can use as far as hookup ratio, so on and so forth. And of course, a lot of times nowadays when everybody flipping and pitching, and you're flipping hooks, you're pitching hooks, they're usually a straight shank with a keeper barb up here, you know, to keep the bait from sliding down the shank and all that stuff and balling up down here where you don't get a good hook set. Well, if you can get a hold of some straight shank hooks like this, they're maybe not quite as expensive, or let's say you want to rig your worm on here. Well, there's some little barbs on there, yeah, but those don't exactly hold a worm on there as good sometimes as you want to. So another little quick tip is, again, same heat shrink tubing here. Take it and cut it, cut a little angle in it. You know, just cut your little, just like that. Then you slide that on here just like this. And you take your pair of scissors or whatever and stick it in here like that, like so. Let's see. Well, you get this guy on here like this, and real carefully. Start this shrinking process on there. Sorry, that hook got hot. So now we've sort of kind of got it on there like we want to, but I want to come back and hit it again. And then before that thing cools, and again guys, it's fairly cool right now. Just want to pull that dude out like that. And now if you notice, got a nice little barb right there. Now we want to come down here and hit it on the bottom again. And again, just want to make sure we leave this, pull this barb out as much as possible before that thing actually sets up. And now, as you can see, you have your great little barb on there that you didn't have before. So again guys, just some quick tips. And again, like I said, get out there on the water this weekend, you know, have fun, good fishing, be careful. Again, it's Sunday. Hopefully you guys went to church today and worshiped and everything. So God bless. And this is Brantley with 30 Minute Fisherman. Hit that like button down at the bottom. Subscribe to the channel. Again, starting this month, giving away free lures for 6 months. So make sure you check that out. Hopefully you guys like these tips. Again, let me know what you're thinking about them. Hit that like button down at the bottom. Hit that subscribe button. Guys, tight lines, good fishing. God bless. I'm out.